Well, welcome back. Hopefully now you've had a chance to map out your program and identify areas where you might have strengths and gaps at teaching SEL skills. Now we're going to apply this and show you an example of a real activity you could use to develop an SEL skill. We'll be looking at goal setting. Here are some goals that clubs might identify that they want to accomplish during their year. Maybe they want to help youth develop public speaking skills. Maybe they want to support team building activities. Maybe they want to increase community service or do a simple project like designing a club t-shirt. Whatever the goal is, this goal setting activity can be used. Think about a goal you have for your club or program and write that down. We're going to create a goal sandwich, which corresponds with these elements: bread, jelly, peanut butter, and milk. Sounds like a great lunch. The first thing you want to do is think about that goal. What is the present challenge you have in front of you? And what is the goal you have? This makes up the bread. Next, think about the jelly. Jelly gives the sandwich flavor. It's motivation to take a bite, but you can't eat it all in one big bite. Bites have to be manageable. This shows that there are steps that you need to complete your goal. List 3 steps you have to complete the goal you've identified. The next is the peanut butter. Peanut butter is tasty, but it's thick and slows down eating a sandwich. Title this card Obstacles. This isn't to say that peanut butter or eating slowly are bad things, but the illustration demonstrates how goals may be slowed down. List 2 or 3 obstacles that might prevent accomplishing your goal. Finally, we have the milk. Milk helps the sandwich eating experience, allowing the sandwich to be ingested more easily. Title this card People Who Help Me. These are the people who might with the how or why of your project. List 3 people who will support you in completing the goal you have. Maybe this is other volunteers, youth leaders, community members, or 4-H staff. This activity can be used for youth to teach them some goal-setting skills. Many of our clubs or projects rely on youth setting goals for themselves, but they may wonder, well, what do I do next? This is a simple way to give them the skills of playing out their goal and seeing it through to completion. You've allowed them to think about what they want to complete. You've given them manageable steps to get there. You've helped them identify things that might prevent them from accomplishing their goal. And you've connected them with resources in completing their goal. Rather than just saying, why don't you make a goal for the year? This activity shows them the process to get from A to Z and supports them through it. Take a minute to complete this activity for yourself and your program and send me the thoughts that you have developed. Pause this video and then we'll proceed. So if you want to develop SEL skills in your club to a deeper level, we have a resource in more depth. This toolkit, the Social Emotional Learning and Practice Toolkit, is a free resource that can be downloaded or accessed from 4-H staff. In it are several other activities and over 100 pages of learning and action plans that you can develop in your club. Maybe it's goal setting, maybe it's conflict resolution, maybe it's helping youth identify their own culture, the ways they are. Maybe it's skills to help them identify their feelings and emotions, or the relational skills that they can develop. Whatever the SEL skill or area that you want to address on the ways of being model, this toolkit has some great resources, and I encourage you to take a look at it. As we come to the end, we want to have a chance to reflect on everything we've learned today. First of all, think about when you started the training to now, do you have more tools to use to bring SEL skills into your club or program? In live person training, we had youth and volunteers vote on this using Candy over a series of charts. And using Candy to vote is always fun for youth, so consider that. But for today, since we're in an online format, really I want you to think about 1 to 3 ideas you have to bring to your club or ways you might do things differently as a result of this training. You have an action plan handout, and so I encourage you to fill that out and then complete that action plan and send that to me. And include a short reflection of maybe what you learned, what stood out to you from this training, or what further questions you might have as you think about developing SEL skills with youth. And finally, complete this evaluation. You can access it at this link, and this will give our statewide team a good idea of what was beneficial in this training and how they can improve it, as well as help identify future topics of learning that volunteers across the state are interested in. Thanks for taking the time today to view through this training. I hope it was beneficial for you and you've got some new ideas and really are thinking about this topic more. We have a wonderful opportunity to enrich youth lives through the 4-H program, and with intentional and careful planning and responsive practices, we can help develop these skills in powerful ways. Thank you for the role you play in this, and if you have any questions, reach out to me.